I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I particularly like this dress. It's from Romania. I have a daughter-in-law, Dr. Mirella Apoki, a cardiologist. I have a granddaughter, and I have a grandson, and my son lives there with his family. This is a dress I bought at Yash. It's their traditional dress. I want to talk about the return of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to the Senate. First of all, the topic of this lecture is the benefit of dispute. The benefit of dispute. It is virtually impossible for people from different backgrounds and different interests to work together in a place without dispute. Among the disciples of Christ, there was dispute about who was most important, and there was the attempt by two of the disciples who called their mother to reserve a special place for them. And in heaven, there was war in heaven. So that there was a dispute in the National Assembly, in the Senate, is not unexpected. I want to thank Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's husband for standing by his wife. I also want to thank the supporters of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan from all over Nigeria and all over the world for standing by her. I want to also appreciate Senator Godswill Akpabio for the maturity he has displayed in opening the office of Senator Natasha Akpoti and for not escalating the issue after she returned. That's maturity. The incident was an avoidable incident. A personnel managerial skills and interpersonal skills were properly deployed. However, it has happened. Let peace reign. What are the benefits of dispute? Number one, realization. You will come to realize that in some cases you are not as powerful as you think. Number two, you are not as important as you think. Number three, people can do without you. Number four, you also come to realize who you are dealing with. When people are angry, they reveal their true nature. When people scheme against you, they reveal their true nature. So you come to realize you can be in a house with your wife or your husband until the day he or she gets angry in a dispute. You might be shocked at the things you will hear. You think this child is your own? Which children do you have here? Or I'm just managing you. I know the men that wanted to marry me. Or one day you will pack out of this house. You come to realize, and that realization is very, very important. You come to realize that you need to do the second arrow as in realization. The next thing is restraint. When disputes take place, there is restraint. You don't want a repeat of that incident. If you are a reasonable person, if you have something to lose, you come to show restraint. You restrain yourself. You also restrain those around you. I bought property from a family, and one of their boys, who even signed in the deed, was attempting to resell the land. He was assuming that because I have pastor attached to my name, that I will behave like a mumu. Doesn't know me. I begged God before he called me or before I called him to ask whether he could use a rascal like me. That God, there's a place they will push me to. I will react. Please lead me not into that temptation. And that boy, when they will come here, he will be laughing. Then we held a meeting in the hotel that shares boundary with me, my lawyer's hotel. And I planned to show him another color that day. His uncle was there. They will be laughing. Then when we went there, I got up. I told him, I will break your head now. I will break your head now. I'll carry, but to break your head, nothing will happen. If you go near that land again, you will see what I will do to you. And then I walked away. And then later, my lawyer came and shook me. Uncle, we're done. I didn't wait for you since. I got angry, but I restrained my anger. It was intentionally concocted. And since then, he has been afraid of me. He has been behaving well. All those his rascality that he does around other people, he has shown restraint around me. Some of your children, you need to let them know that you can't tolerate this. One of my children said, my daddy is a hard nut to crack, because that person has tried it several times and I've quacked that person. My wife knows there are some things I won't tolerate. Every person that relates with me comes to realize, as much as I always have a permanent smile, I also have a bite. I don't care. So when I have disputes with people, they come to show restraint when they are coming towards me. My wife will say, please don't be angry, because I've gotten angry before. Okay? So restraint. Next thing is respect. If you just behave as if you are a mumu, trust Nigerians, trust the black man, even the white man. I went to South Africa with Ima Dimora. We're in Utinig, near Port Elizabeth. And when they saw us as Nigerians, they thought we came there for breakthrough, and took us to a place. And I told them, I didn't come here to look for greener pasture. I told them, none of you here is richer than me. No. I told them that the whole of your church, members of your church, is like the choir in some churches in the country I come from. And I meant it. So don't misbehave around me. From then, they respected me. They published myself, Ima Dimora, and I in their newspaper in Port Elizabeth. So don't be afraid of dispute. Some of them will lead to respect. They come to respect. I think that womanhood needs to be respected in our country. Part of the realization I came to in marriage is that my wife is a human being. My wife could have been a man in her family, and so she has to be given the privileges to act and contribute in her family. I've come to respect her as a person. Some of these things didn't come naturally. They came through dispute. So don't be afraid of dispute. After the Second World War, there's more restraint to some extent. After the Ukraine-Russian war, there's going to be restraint and respect. Russia will not just roll out tanks like as they did February that year. Respect, restraint, and realization that Ukraine is not just a pushover, that they can also keep Russians uncomfortable. The Western world will also realize that you can't just go to the backyard of Russia and establish NATO. Not possible. So Hamas and the Palestinians will learn that you don't just go invade Israel as they did in October 7th. That they don't just invade Israel anyhow. And the Houthis and Iran and Hezbollah will show restraint and respect. And that's why a lot of the other Arab nations have not repeated the mistake of Yom Kippur War. So you don't just allow people ride roughshod over you. Learn to cultivate some level of deterrence. Even frogs in the forest, they have a way of enlarging themselves, secreting some poisons that kill snakes. So don't just present yourself as a prey as well as you pray. Don't let people think that they can PROEY on you because you PROAY. Many people, when they come to me, and I whip them. Is it Dr. Apoki? Is it the respected Dr. Apoki? Yes, not me. Don't say with all due respect and insult me. I will insult your father. I mean, your papa age me. You behave carefully. So, the next arrow is that you respect, you restrain, you realize. Then you need to reorganize your relationship with that person. You would draw your boundaries. You will know how you relate with that person. You would mind your language. And then after disputes, the final and last arrow is reconciliation. Reconciliation, you balance your books. I did wrong here. You did wrong here. You were right here. I was right here. If we call ourselves Christians, then there is the ministry of reconciliation that has been committed into our hands. And occasionally an extra arrow, restoration. Restoration. When you quarrel with your wife, doesn't mean you should throw her away. You restore her. The prodigal son was restored. Give rights and responsibilities and privileges to the person. Then you release the person from the grip of your anger. If not, you are also a prisoner, drinking poison, thinking it will hurt your enemy. These are the basic benefits that come from disputes. And I believe Senator Godswill Akpabio and Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan would put these three arrows into practice so that they can move on and carry out the function for which they were elected. They should ignore any person trying to stoke the fire of dispute. I want to specially thank Dr. Mike Uyi, the special assistant to Dr. Senator Godswill Akpabio, and my dear friend Jude Kakpovia, the great mariner resident in Calgary, that I linked up with to try to effect reconciliation between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senator Godswill Akpabio. The Bible says, as much as possible, live at peace with all men. Dr. Michael E., I salute you. Jude Kakbovia, you know, sir, they find your trouble well. I salute you. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, God bless you, ma'am. You're a fighter. Senator Godswill Akpabio, God bless you. You have behaved like a leader. God bless you, Nigeria. Koni Baje. I have a webinar coming up very soon. I have properties for sale. I have books, t-shirts, several things for sale. I do counseling. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. You know, she has at the rock with the chair. God bless you.